Hey guys, just wait till a couple more people get on here. Hi Lauren. Today I decided to follow Coach Annie's footsteps and bring in a special guest here. Luca, you want to say hi? I brought her a bone so she would stay entertained with us. There you go. Say hi, Luca. This is Luca for everyone who doesn't know. Yes, I added some background music too because today we are changing things up. I will be showing you guys some game day braids today. So while I braid my hair, I didn't want to just be quiet. And I'm sorry if you can hear her chewing this bone. I didn't realize how loud it was going to be. Yes, Annie, dogs are the best sidekick, especially because I don't have Coach Lauren with me today. All right, looks like we have a lot of people on here, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm going to show you guys what you kind of need to do this braid. And we're going to do 3 braids today. They're going to be game day braids. You can choose which one you like best, and we'd love to see what you guys do. So Coach Shauna is going to practice on Maddie over here. So go ahead and send in those videos after you guys are done doing your braids and tag Softball University, and we'll post them on the story. So first things first, this is the little secret. You want little baby elastics, especially being softball players. We take our hair out of our ponytail several times during the game. So once we get that braid and before the game, we want to make sure it lasts and it stays. So these things are the best things, and we're going to use these throughout the braiding process. Another thing is you want to get your rubber band. So we have our rubber band for when we need to pin our hair back. I use this big guy just because I have really thick hair opposed from using these two rather than just get this big guy. And then obviously get a brush or a comb, whatever you prefer. And we're just going to go ahead, brush our hair through and make sure it's not tangled, because when we're doing these braids, the last thing you want is to get stuck at a knot and have to redo your whole braid or mess up whatever you have going on. So the first braid we're going to learn today is the Dutch braid, and then we're going to braid our bangs. I know a lot of us don't really have bangs anymore, but it's still nice to get that hair out of the face. So the first thing you want to do is part a good section of your hair like that, and just go ahead and move the rest of it out of the way. We are learning the Dutch braid, which is different from a regular braid, a regular like 3-strand braid that everyone kind of is used to knowing. What's different about this braid is that instead of going over like a regular braid, we're going to actually go under that middle strand of hair. So for me personally, I don't like having my braid start way up here. I kind of bring it down more. So whatever you you prefer is best. And we're just going to go ahead and grab a section of our hair, and we're going to divide it into 3 strands. We're going to divide it into 3 strands here. Once you get those 3 strands, make them even. We're going to cross over that front part underneath the middle strand, and then do the same thing with now this end part. Cross that over what the middle strand is. This is the first step. Once you get here, you're going to go ahead and grab a little more hair from what's not already in your hand and bring it in and cross it under along with that first strand you did. And we're going to head and grab a little bit of hair from the back. You don't want to grab too much, because once we put it into a ponytail, you don't want to have that weird poof. So we're going to head and grab some hair from the back and go underneath as well. And you're going to just continue that process. Remember, grab a little bit hair from the back all the way till right about when you get to your ear. So I'm going to head and go do that right now. I hope all your braids are looking good. Let's see. So I say once you get to your ear, you want to stop, just because we are putting our hair in a ponytail. After, we want to go ahead and change that angle. So right now we're just braiding to get this hair out of the way. But once we get to that ear, you want to change the angle and go more of a back path. And so you're going to go ahead and take your direction of your braid towards the back like you're about to put it in a ponytail. This way we don't have those awkward bumps when we do decide to put it into a ponytail. And you go ahead and braid that all the way down. And now once you get the Dutch braid in the beginning, this is just basically like the same, like a regular braid. You're still going underneath, but you'll understand that just becomes a lot easier. And my hair is a lot shorter than when I played, but I don't remember it taking this long to braid it. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop right there. You can go all the way down and grab one of my little elastics. Oops, that shot out of my hand. and you put it in your hair. So notice I did mine pretty tight right now. I prefer not to have my hair tight and slicked back. I usually wear what I call ninja bands. I actually don't have mine right now, but just those big old Nike headbands, and you pin it back, and if you could see how tight it is, it's sticking up. So what you're gonna do is bring that rubber band down just a little bit and go ahead and just loosen your braid. You don't wanna pull it out completely, but just loosen it. And for us, those girls who don't have thick hair, this will thicken up your braid a little bit so it doesn't just look like a little braid. And you'll go all the way to the top, and you just loosen it as much as you want. Then you go ahead and grab your rubber band, take that thing back, and you can obviously do this side too as well if you want, and put it in a ponytail. And there you go. You have your first game day hair. And it's all preference, so if you don't like how this awkward little braid looks at the end, you can take that elastic out, and depending where you want to put your braid or your ponytail, just bring it up right there. So I'll take this out now and put that higher up. And that is it for this first braid. So that was a Dutch braid that I just taught you guys how to do. You can make it a little thicker once it's here if you want, and then just slick that headband on, visor, whatever have you, but it's nice and it's displayed, so if this part's being hidden by the visor, you still have that area. And then go ahead and do the other side if you like. I usually just do one side. All right, any questions with that first braid? I'm gonna go ahead and wave at everyone here. Okay. While you're still finishing up your braid, I'm gonna take out this braid for the next one. Let me scroll through. I don't have Lauren here to read me all the questions, so let me just scroll through and get myself updated. All right, it looks like we don't have any questions, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to the next ponytail. We're gonna do a ponytail Dutch braid. So I showed you the technique, what to use when you're doing your Dutch braid. This is just a little extra for instead of a high ponytail. We're just gonna slick our hair back in the middle for an easy, effortless look if we don't have time to sit there and braid, or we're not as good of braiders as we hope to be. And I do see a question. It does not have to be on the side. That's just the easiest to get all our hair back. You can obviously do it down the middle if you want. You can do it going this way. I've seen all different ways. I just wanted to show you how to get that braid done. So the next one, you're gonna go ahead and put your hair in a ponytail, whatever height you want it. I usually put it here just because it's so hard to keep redoing my hair once I have to put my helmet on, take my visor off. And so we're gonna just go ahead and do that middle braid. And like I said, I have thick hair, so I always have to do a bunch of rubber bands just to make sure that ponytail stays put. And we're gonna go ahead and divide our hair into 3 strands, even strands. And we're gonna go do that same method as the bang Dutch braid and just go ahead and go cross underneath with those 3 strands. This one's a lot easier just because you don't need to take any other hair other than what you start with. I'm gonna go ahead and cross it over just so you guys can see it. Oh, my ponytail is so small. So as you see, I kind of messed up there, but that's okay because I'm gonna pull out my hair anyways, so you won't even be able to tell. And then just go ahead and pull it out here. And then for my bow girls, you can go ahead and put a bow in that. If you want to loosen it a little bit or make it a little tighter, you have it there. And that's just an easy, effortless braid to do for game days. Any questions? Luca is obviously not being able to sit still. Hi, mamas. Let's go ahead and take a peek. She just wants to play, so we're almost done. Okay, now that I showed you the simple braids, we're gonna go ahead and do a fishtail. Once you get good at fishtailing, then you can go ahead and put your hands back and do your fishtail, or you can have someone else do it for you. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring my hair up in the front just to show you. This is not necessarily what I recommend to wear for game day, but just for the sake of showing you how to do this braid. So I'm just gonna use it on this part, and you're gonna break your hair into 2 pieces, or divide it into 2 pieces. And it's a lot simpler than the other braid in fact of just dividing it, but it gets a little tricky here, the next step, because, well, it just depends. So like for me, I don't mind a messy, effortless braid, but if you want to get more precision, you want to go ahead and get the same pieces, equal pieces when you switch back and forth, and I will show you what that looks like now. you are going to grab one piece of hair here, and all you're going to do is take it to the other hand. And then you're going to do the same thing, grab a little piece of hair here, take it to the other hand. Grab a piece here, take it to the other hand. Grab a piece here, take it to the other hand. I think you kind of get the gist of it. So you're going to go ahead and take it to the other hand. And like I said, I like it more effortless and messy, but some people like it more precise. So in that case, you just make sure you get the same amount of hair each way. As you can see, I'm going fast and just grabbing a chunk here and grabbing a chunk there. And again, I don't recommend this hairstyle for game days. The way I'm wearing it, the braid, definitely not having two pigtails of fishtails in front though. So you're gonna go ahead and just go all the way down. You can do, so if you're gonna do your whole head or you're gonna do two braids, it just depends how much you want. So the question was, how big is the section? So it just depends. So like right now I'm only doing one section of my hair just to show you what that braid looks like. And it's a lot harder to do it behind your head. It's doable, just a lot harder for this video. So I just wanted to show you one section of it, but you can just take the whole section of the hair and just split it into two, divide it into two pieces. And then same thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and bring it out. So like I said, that is a fishtail. And then you just loosen it however you like. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through and answer some of these questions while you guys keep trying out these braids. So let's see. You pull out the hair, it's just preference. So the question is, why do you pull out the hair? It's just preference. You can either do it tight. I like it effortless because I already know that my hair is gonna get messed up during the game, so might as well do it myself before I like find out my hair looks like a mess once I look at myself after a game. So if you can already control what your hair is gonna look like and make it a little more effortless, it's a lot better on you. Are we going to talk about bubble ponytails? I will leave that to Coach Lauren. Coach Lauren can go ahead and demonstrate how to do bubble ponytails. You do need the same thing, a rubber band and little elastics. I just don't feel like I have long enough hair where it's gonna look awkward that I'll have like two bubbles. So Coach Lauren has long, beautiful hair, so we'll let her go ahead and show that to you guys soon. Let's see. Any tips for people with super long hair? Super long hair, definitely want to braid it back, especially for game days. You want to keep your hair out of your face, but it's just practice. Your arm's going to be sore. Just look at it as you have long, beautiful hair and a nice arm workout after you get your braid done. Do you use hairspray? You can use, the question is, do you use hairspray? You can use hairspray if you want. I do not like hairspray. I like to use like a little bit of gel with water if I need to like keep my little baby hairs back. But it's just all preference again. So if you want it to hold longer, then go ahead and hairspray that thing up. Any other questions before I sign off here? All right, guys. Let me bring Luca over again. Come here, Lux. We'll give her a treat since she was so good. Yeah, our cute little jar of treats. Oh, she knows. Say bye to everyone. Sit down. Sit. Good girl. Nope, no, sit. Look at the camera. Say bye, everyone.